Start streaming. Okay. Hello, subscribers, patrons, family, fans, followers, supporters, and generally anybody who happens to stumble across my videos on YouTube. This is Johnston Blackhorse, the one and only, coming at you with another How to Art loli figure edition. Or loli figure drawing edition. Damn. It's so good. Almost had that down like it was scripted, but it wasn't. But anyway, been pretty busy today. Created a little bit of art, finished a sketch, and this is another sketch I've yet to finish. And uh, been kind of like hit with like a bit of annoying news lately with the whole. Well, I'll go a little bit into depth in a new commission announcement video, but as for those who have been watching my channel, I recently came out with a commission announcement, and I instructed people to pay me through coffee.com, but apparently that's a no-go. There's just some issues with Coffee and Stripe. And the reason I went with Coffee is because it had two payment options, one being PayPal and the other one being Stripe, and I opted for the Stripe payment service because it's got a direct deposit payment option. But I guess, unbeknownst to me at the time, just like PayPal, Stripe is somewhat of a censorious payment platform, and I do believe, well, I have like a suspicion that they may have censored me because they say that there was like a un, well, their excuse for like booting my coffee payments is because there was a un unauthorized debit payment or credit payment, which isn't the case because I'm in close contact with the person who commissioned me and they didn't file any report whatsoever to cancel the payment or whatever. But yeah, I just get the feeling that maybe Stripe got wind of the type of artwork I produced and they just went ahead and started withdrawing those payments. But I'm trying to figure something else out now. So I've been a little lackluster in getting stuff done this week. But anyway, just wanted to like show off some of the art that I finished. Let's see. Oh, recently finished this piece, and I plan to color it. I finished this piece like early this morning, just to like get my head out of, I guess, off my own thoughts or whatever, and just focus on something positive. So finish that. I'm hoping to finish this pretty soon, and I might get back to work on this, my YouTube channel art, and just want to use that on more things. But anyway, hold on. Just someone sending me a message via Discord. And what's up, Ruri Hashino? Oh yeah, there she is. Cal Larkin. Every time I forget who Ruri Hashino is, because she goes by so many other other handles that it often slips my mind that it's the same person. Okay, so loli figure drawing, and I don't believe I have to go over my usual like thoughts on lolis, like how to pronounce them and how I feel like loli art and lolicon is just being so overly persecuted because people consider it like a either equal to or synonymous with child pornography, but in fact, like you got to look at the practicality of it instead of the whole principality. And the thing is just like if there's no actual child present in whatever art form you're fucking producing, then it's not child pornography. And for the most part, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to clean up. few smudges on my monitor. But anyway, um, what was I going to say? Damn it. Brain fart. Stupid brain farts. Uh, oh, what I was going to say is that for the most part, the term loli is mostly used to just um, refer to underage, like anime female figures, but underage is kind of like a weird term too. It's like without context, you just assume the worst. But young female anime figures is more or less like what loli refers to, or like I've seen people like you use it to just refer to young female cartoon characters. But I just hear too many people arguing like, oh, well, they're drawing of kids. They're those are kid drawings or whatever. It's like, what? No, there's like no kid present. I mean, Jesus freaking crunch cereal, kid, freaking listen to yourself. Oh, okay. I'm getting off. I'm ranting again. I got to save these rants for just maybe when I make some other YouTube videos, politically motivated YouTube videos, just to voice my opinion on the over censorship of art and the whole legal stance of like the U.S. legal system is just concerned too much with the principality instead of practicality of the matter. Because at the end of the day, they're just drawings. Like, people need to get over themselves and their opinion on artwork and what is or isn't art. But yeah. So I'm just gonna sketch like a 3/4 view of just a loli figure. And if you've been following along with the previous lessons, good on you. And if you haven't seen them yet, go check those out. I'm just so frustrated with the whole world. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. That was a terrible impersonation of Professor Farnsworth. Hubert Farnsworth. Okay. Gonna go ahead and just copy the head over here. Just to make sure I'm following. Oh. Yeah, in the previous videos, like with drawing loli figures, like just usually make them like 5 heads high. But this one is a little taller than that. So how do we fix that? Well, just make the head a little bigger. And I guess maybe for the next tutorials, just go over like drawing loli faces or whatnot. I'm sorry if this video is just a little too preachy and somewhat a little lackluster. I've just been thinking a lot lately. Just overthinking a lot. But thanks to Ruruni Hashino, just kind of keeping my head level, you know, just she cheers me up a lot of the time, and we've both been kind of feeling down about this and that, but I'm glad that we tend to cheer each other up. Yeah, Ruini Hashina saying coffee.com ruined our moods. Yeah, we've been a little bit in a funk for the past couple of days since that incident. But you know what? Like we'll figure it out. Like either setting up another transaction via coffee, or if we have to go Western Union, or just set up some direct deposit or wire transfer. Yeah, a direct deposit wire transfer between our accounts because I trust her with my info. She's a pretty cool cat. And today, when I was going on a walk, like just kind of like realized that I'm just focusing too much on the negative. I should focus more on the positive in my life. You know, like I have a great artistic skill that people are willing to pay for. You know, just pay for my services, my artistic prowess. I have a very fairly decent understanding of animation and movement. Um, and I shouldn't feel so caged in due to some of my restrictions because I can still draw pretty pretty lewd and risque stuff. And I've gotten like several compliments stating that my um, safe for work lewd art is sometimes like hotter than the raunchy stuff that I draw. And so just the whole like teasing factor of it just really gets people off. So I should just do what I can and just keep making like as risky art as I want, you know, staying within the whole like non-pornographic guidelines, meaning no drawing of genitalia, naked breasts, or sex. So as long as I stay within those guidelines, I think I'm pretty good. And just to keep that creativity going, because as of late, I just haven't felt very creative. And but I do appreciate Baruni Hashino's help with that. I mean, the last furry auction batch that I made was, excuse me, was thanks to her creative mind and collaborative efforts. And she's got a lot of great ideas, and it was really fun to explore her thoughts through my artworks. So she's been a blast to work with. Oh, Ruin Hashina's talking, saying, "Yep, yep, I told you that. I'm a pervert and proud." Yes, she is. She she inspires me so much. I mean, like just so upfront with like a lot of the stuff that she wanted me to draw, and it's been very refreshing. And we share the same opinion on how overblown and just draconian the the U.S. injustice system has been treating me. I mean, here they sent me back to prison over a matter of drawings, but yet we have a criminal sitting in the Oval Office, and not too many people are up in arms about that. I mean, if anything, shouldn't we start like the impeachment process and all that? But no. I mean, we have a criminal in the Oval Office. Rapist was just joined the U.S. Congress like recently. Can't remember his name, but that was a big thing for several weeks a while back. And here I am, restricted from drawing pornography and just sent back to prison over a matter of my own drawings. It's just freaking ridiculous. Anyway, I'm focusing too much on the negative again. I got to focus on the positive. You know, just at least I can draw very erotic lewdness. But let me get some clothes on this loli figure just so I don't get flagged or something. Sorry, I'm not going too much into depth or detail with the whole like lesson or anything. Just I'm just hoping like people will watch this and absorb what it is that I'm drawing and just get the gist. And as per usual lately, like once this video is posted on my Patreon, I will also upload this current Photoshop file for people to download, and it'll be a free download too. Like my tutorials are free, so therefore the accompanying Photoshop file for that tutorial will also be free. Also talked to my parents not too long ago. My mom and my stepdad, they're doing all right, and got the info for their address to see if I can move back to the res. Not only would I just be closer to family, the cost of living would be a whole lot cheaper out there. Eh, it would be nice. Okay, I'm going to get a little creative here. Just mess with the pose. Be a little creative with a pose or something. Gonna draw a loli figure in a sassy pose. So I think after realizing that I have to get more in the mindset of focusing on what's good in my life instead of always focusing on the negative, like I felt a lot better afterwards. Like before then, just like it feels like it's constantly one thing after another, just boom, 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 weighing me down. And I just kind of get that sense that like the walls are closing in and there's like little to nothing I can do about it. And just this overall sense of hopelessness, and just realize I got to break myself of that and just stop focusing in on the negative and just work on the positive, and think about the positive. Just like I was saying earlier, or listing off earlier, I got animation or drawing talent that people are willing to pay me for. I got the solid understanding, fairly decent understanding of animation. I'm even though I don't have too many real life friends at the moment. Like I made a recent friend um, through everything that I'm doing here, and that's Concept Sama, and we hang out every now and then. I guess when we can find the time and the money. Sometimes I'm too broke to hang out, so if Concept Sama sees us later on, I'm sorry for always being broke. But yeah, we hang out, we go sing karaoke, and it's been pretty fun. And I've made some fairly decent friends through Discord and some of the various websites, and it's just been a joy just being able to converse and interact with like-minded individuals who really understand like where I'm coming from, like not only as an artist but someone who is just overly persecuted. And I just got to take it one day at a time, and just I feel that sense of kindred spirit with a lot of you people, and I really do appreciate you for all the kind words and support, um, and just sharing my overall opinion on a lot of these matters. Because if I didn't have you guys, hell, I don't even know where I'd be right now, mentally or physically. And you guys are awesome. And not only that, but I also have a family that really appreciate and support me, and they also have the same mindset like that I do. Like we voice our opinions every now and then. It's like, why am I just being so overly persecuted when there's like just so many other things that the U.S. legal system could focus on. So I'm grateful for all of that. And I just gotta continue focusing in on the positive, and just go ahead and just draw like whatever lewdness that I want to draw. Rurini Hashino says, "Trying, my dear." Yeah, it's been a pretty rough road that I lead, and often like my reputation precedes me when I have to deal with somebody new in this whole legal process, and I get like um, sympathetic comments every now and then. And after this whole like recent thing with my roommate and the damage that was taken to my face, my PO had heard about that, I guess through a police report, and checked on me sometime in the middle of last week, and it was really weird. Just it was like my PO and her supervisor just came over to make sure everything between me and my roommate was okay, and they just voiced and just I don't know, just coming from a real place of concern when they talked to me, and it was really weird because I'm just so used to being dehumanized by everyone involved in this whole federal process, and it's been like more of the same from them, except for this recent visit. I mean, they were talking to me from like a real place of concern, and it just really freaked me out. And it was the first time like they more or less treated me properly almost. But I still don't trust them. I still don't trust this whole legal system and whatever they supposedly stand for. Because kind of after being through the whole process, I kind of see the bullshit for what it is. And sooner or later, I got to make some YouTube videos about it, voicing my concerns and just the things I've seen throughout this whole process. But yeah, life is still difficult, but I'm getting through it, and it's only thanks to you guys and Ruruni Hashino for always like being a sympathetic ear. You know, like it's been very, very therapeutic, um, very oh, there's another word for it, cathartic. Just talking to and interacting with people who feel the same way I do, people who aren't being persecuted by the system or stuck in the system. Ruri Hashino says, do I need to work on a new Ludi SFW idea? You always spring into life when we start discussing ideas. Yeah, I might. I've been trying to like kickstart my own like pervy thoughts, but it's been really hard going lately. Mostly because I keep dwelling on the negative, but then when Ruruni Hashino like uh I guess you can call it a collaborative effort where she like pitches me ideas and then I draw them and then we just um, we just have fun doing that. I mean, it's just a blast. Oh, there's Concept Sama. Concept Sama says hellos. Ruin Hishino says it's a shame we had to abandon the last idea. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. But there'll be more. Carol Larkin is asking last idea. Yeah, yeah I was working on a commission for Ruruni Hashino, but unfortunately, that's during that commission is when we ran into that coffee snag where Stripe said that well, they relayed to me that oh, like this transaction was unauthorized by the cardholder, so we're gonna cancel this payment and send her back or send back the money. And it's like fucking nuts because like I'm me and Rune Ashino over here like talking is like and I bring that up and there's like no way Rune Ashino like reported it or anything. But right now we're just figuring out how to um, continue our commission work, but I think I want to hold off on that for a little bit until and see if they take the rest of her money back. And afterwards, we'll just set up a different transaction, and we're thinking about doing like a direct bank to bank wire transfer, just so we cut out the middleman and everything. Because it only seems to be like with my situation, having been suspended from PayPal due to censorship, and it looks like the same might have happened with Stripe. Like, I'm under the assumption that perhaps Stripe looked into the type of artwork that I've drawn in the past and just utilized that to just like, oh, like we don't want any part of this, so let's just say that the card holder didn't authorize the payments and send back the money and just not accept this guy's coffee account stuff and leave it at that and just yeah, that's I, I'm just speculating here, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel it went down because there's like I feel like there's no reason that Stripe should have done that. I mean, Ruini Yoshino didn't report it or anything, and she's never had these issues before. But I feel it's because of my former artistic history, and since it's been reported that Stripe is also a censorious payment platform like PayPal, that leads me to speculate that they're just ousting me or just denying me payments because they don't agree with my artwork. Again, that's just speculation on my part, but doesn't feel like it's too far from the truth. Oh, shoot. I think my little brother's here. He's signed in as Johnston Blackhorse. Baby brother, is that you? Cal Larkin's asking. Oh, wait, hold on. Concept Sama is saying, how you guys hanging? I'm doing okay. Also says, I can deface your artwork, but you can never see it then. And I believe that's my baby brother saying hello. Cal Larkin says, you guys didn't use any description in the transaction. Maruni Yoshino says, all I said was payment for services rendered. Cal Larkin says, use Coinbase for transactions. I think I'm just going to use my GoFundMe account or Western Union, depending on like which one the customer would prefer, because my GoFundMe account has never done me wrong yet. Knock on wood. Ugh, gotta reach this. Yeah, there we go. Because I've been using my GoFundMe account for the furry art transactions or furry auctions. So for furry auctions, people have been paying me through GoFundMe, and I haven't had issues with GoFundMe, so I might just use that as a payment platform. And again, if people prefer, they can use Western Union, and that's how I received payment just recently for that the commission I just did this morning. that was paid via Western Union. It took a few days to clear, but personally, I haven't used Western Union all that much, and I do understand there are some fees. So I'm assuming the 3 to 5 business day option carries less fees to it. So, either or works fine with me because GoFundMe works, and that also takes like 3 to 5 business days. And I don't believe there are that many fees taken out for a GoFundMe transaction, but I do believe Western Union has some pretty pricey fees depending on your um, options. CalArkin says it's cryptocurrency. Concept Sum says rest in peace. Hopefully you don't have to resort to Bitcoin. Marina Sheen was asking, but isn't one Bitcoin like $1,000 for one coin? Well, it is, but from what I understand, I might be wrong, but you don't purchase like a whole Bitcoin. It's like you purchase like fractions of Bitcoins, and that's how people like op operate their transactions. It's like you pay 0.001 some several odd numbers in Bitcoin. So I don't know like what how 20 real life dollars I don't know what the transfer rate is, the conversion rate, but I do believe it's a very small fraction of a whole Bitcoin. But I could be wrong, but I think that's the impression I get from seeing some info on Bitcoin itself. Cal Larkin says you get what you put into it, so use it for passing funds, just withdraw it when you get it. Yeah, I'd prefer not to resort to cryptocurrency because I feel like by using cryptocurrency, like whatever transaction I'm doing is somewhat nefarious in nature, but that's totally not the case because it's just artwork. But it sucks that people are resorting to cryptocurrency because some of this artwork is just so over demonized. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I'd rather just get paid legitimately for my legitimate artwork. Chim Chalks looks looks new to this stream. Welcome to my YouTube stream. Uh, TFW, too dumb to use Bitcoin. I'm too dumb to know what TFW means. Oh, that feel when. Well, I think it'd be more like I'm too lazy to use Bitcoin. It's like personally, I feel the whole. I feel like it's like a whole like shady nature to it, or like there could be like a shady connotation to utilizing cryptocurrency, but also is like I just don't really want to bother learning how to use like a whole new currency if I can just figure out like which payment platform won't censor me or deny me service. Cal Larkin says I felt that way until I needed to pay someone with it. Hold on, I go to message. Oh, sweet. Runi Hashino's just showing me some artwork. Pretty cute. Cal Larkin says it's good and capable of bad. Yeah, I'd rather not use it because like it's like the whole transaction of like-minded consenting adults who want to deal in lewd artwork should have the ability and freedom to do so, regardless of the payment platform. And the payment platforms that are censoring this type of transaction by denying it, I really do believe is just an affront to capitalism because you're denying the rights of the artist to capitalize on their own artistic prowess and just personal endeavors to earn a living from their hard work and labor. And like who is any payment platform to deny like these customers of trying to procure the artwork that they want to purchase from these artists? I mean, I believe censorship is fine in the sense where it categorizes um, pornography from safe from work art and whatever, just to keep them in separate locations. But when you deny the transaction of artists to make money off their art or overly censor like a form of artwork that and a company might find um, not wholesome, it's like they shouldn't have the right to do that. I mean, artwork is just artwork. Like, and like-minded consenting adults who want to draw and purchase such artwork should be allowed to do so. So that's my stance on censorship. It should only go as far as categorizing the lewd from the not lewd, just so it's not all compiled together. And censorship should not negate people from creating or purchasing lewd artworks. I mean, we're not in a Puritan age here, but yet people act like it, and it's just Bullshit. It is bullshit. Cal Larkin says they made their own platform because Twitter was biased when they were biased to others. Loli and enthusiast. Oh, lowly enthusiast seeking the same freedom. Gab demonized it and started deplatforming. Then Gab went bye bye. Screw hypocrites. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what sense it makes for these companies to start deplatforming. Like when they started as a means to give artists the creative freedom to draw whatever they want to draw and make money for it, they should stick to that. And that's how Patreon first started. And now they're deplatforming artists. I mean, I was already deplatformed once, and I'm doing my best to not get deplatformed again. But I mean, for companies to just outright do that, like what sense does it make to deplatform your major contributors to the website that you had built? I mean, what it's like once they feel like they get too big for their britches, like fucking, they start to pander to nonsensical SJW ideology. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like in the beginning, when the whole SJW movement started, like for social justice, like it seemed that when you fight for social justice, like you should fight against like the overcriminalization of I don't know, journalists or artists or everything or anything like that. You know, um, keep keep political prisoners out of prison and just fight for the people's constitutional rights. But now SJWs are just so opinionative. It it's just frustrating. And I hate that it's nonsensical SJWs who squawk the loudest and who get their voice heard. And when companies start to pander to them, they lose a lot of freaking business or just get defunct shortly thereafter. And it serves them right. I mean, if you want to operate a successful business, you stay loyal to the uh, fan base or the supporters that made you successful. You don't pander to SJWs or nonsensical ideology to make more money. And you'd think people would understand that now because it's just been a repeated pattern time and time again. And there needs to be a payment platform or just artistic service that when it builds itself up to be like a safe haven for freedom of expression of art and free speech, freedom of expression of art and free speech, they should stay that way. I mean, if I had the money, knowledge, and manpower to build such a site, I would do so. And to hell with any critics or SJW nonsense. But that's my ideal. Okay, I think we're more or less done here. Been drawing for close to an hour, and again, like once this video is uploaded to my Patreon, this accompanying Photoshop file will go along with it. And with that, you can download it for free and just do whatever you want with them. Just download it, study it, or what have you. But yeah, I'm sorry I like went off on like a bunch of rants for this video. I just feel like I needed to I just feel like I needed to vent some of these frustrations, and I'm glad I could discuss it with all you like-minded individuals who believe as I believe and feel as I feel. It just makes me feel a whole lot better, and again, like it is cathartic and it is therapeutic for me because just getting the sense that I'm like boxed in and just feel like the walls are just kind of closing in day by day. It's just not a very healthy thing for me. So I'm trying to do what I can to focus on the positive and just keep drawing art. Like no matter how lewd it is, just as long as it's non-pornographic, just so I don't fucking get thrown back in prison over a matter of my own drawings again. Fucking stupid feds. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and C4 Games is. Oh wait, hold on. Cal Larkin says no one deserves to be imprisoned over drawings. That definitely. That's. Oh man, it still throws me for a loop just like acknowledging that. I mean, it's freaking crazy. Cal Larkin says, vent away, that I shall. C4 Games says, where did you learn to draw? I was self-taught. I've been drawing ever since I was a kid. And just been picking up a bunch of anatomy books and muscle mags and such here and there. Cal Larkin says, it's bad to keep that shit in. Yes. Cal Larkin says he's self-taught. Skippy, aka Concept Salmon, says, nice. That's nice. Thank you. So I hope you enjoyed this How to Art. And again, I sort of apologize for all the legal rants and just issues that I've been going with through lately. But you know what? Maybe I shouldn't apologize because it's just very beneficial for me. And I really do thank you guys and appreciate you for participating in the chat. So thanks to all those who said things in the chat, and just it's always a blast interacting with you. So thanks to Ruin Hashino, Cal Larkin, Concept Sama, Saran BLK Horse, who I believe is one of my siblings. Hope you're doing well. Who else? Chimichox, the first time I've seen him in the chat. Welcome. Hope to see you again later. And C4 Games. Actually, I believe I've seen C4 Games here on a chat not too long ago. But yeah, glad if this is your second or third time here, I'm glad to have you back. And just the more the merrier. But anyway. Concept Sama is saying, your next one I hope to share, but my charger is still in transit. Oh, sharing, yeah. Concept Sama shares my videos from time to time on Facebook, and I thank him for that. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to help support the creation of more videos such as this and sketchbook tours, which I will be doing here shortly, visit my Patreon. Oh shoot, where's forgot to put my Patreon banner up there. There, visit my Patreon. There you'll see like a lot of free content. There's like free artwork and a lot of free videos, free tutorials, sketchbook tours. Check them out. If you like what you see, then consider becoming a patron. And when you become a patron, you get access to patron-only content, which come in the form of full resolution downloads and scans, and other such perks. And I also encourage you to visit my autobiographical blog, which is also linked in the description section below. There you'll see a ton of free artwork, and a lot of the free artwork that you'll see there, high resolution versions, are available to my Patreon patrons. Oh, and if you do become a Patreon patron, you get access to my Patreon Discord channel. And there we talk about general stuff. I make general updates and upload like works in progress and things of that nature. And also encourage you to visit my other art form websites. I have a DeviantArt, Furfinity, and Ink Bunny, and all those links are in the description section below. And if donating to Patreon isn't your thing, I also have a GoFundMe account. So all those necessary or like links of interest are linked in the description section below. So yeah. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and as always, I shall check y'all later. Sweet! Bye.